Yes, here he goes. With a big smile on his face. Yes, sirree, yes, sirree, yes, sirree. He's smiling while I bet many of you this morning are probably, oh my gosh, do I really have to go to work this morning? Yes, you do. Folks, I'm George Grant saying good morning and welcome to the midweek edition of Gudday Grenada. My goodness, would you believe it? Seems like ages since last we got together for one of these editions, thanks to the long weekend, which I really, really, really appreciated. Pilgrims, it was a good weekend. I know for many of you who were partying up a storm over the carnival season, bet you guys are kind of tired right now. But I'll tell you, I spent most of my weekend in a very, very different way. Actually, in many ways, historic. And we're going to talk about that as the morning goes on. I see here, well, before I get into things, let me tell you that the winner this morning is Hazel Ferguson. She's saying, good night, everyone. Where are you, Hazel? On Pluto? Good night. I think she meant good morning. Well, she says, hope everyone had a happy and safe carnival. I know I did, because I wasn't a part of it. Yeah. Peter Bishop's also saying good morning from Brooklyn, and so is Bernard Gilbert. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. We're going to have a nice chat this morning starting at about the bottom of the hour because guess who's in here? You know, middle of the week, Wednesday. She just snuck in very, very quietly. You know, think I didn't see or hear her coming. Big ears, Sherron. Sherron's here. It's the second time I'm seeing her for the morning. Yeah? Find out how that managed to be in just a wee bit. Let's get into today's rundown. For those of you who are on the Facebook site, you've already seen the rundown, which says, not only governments lie to us, corporate citizens do as well. Yeah? You're going to find out what that's all about in just a wee bit. Then, there's a little piece which I shot close to 2 weeks ago, I guess. It was a visit to Camerhogne Park, which taught me a very important lesson. And that lesson is why Grenadians are so fearful of the loss of Camerhogne Park. I'm going to show you that video in just a wee bit. Yes, we do have the national report, but right off the bat, I have to give you a tip-off. I did some editing to it so it wouldn't be too obvious, but this was actually Friday's edition of the national report. And then, of course, final half hour this morning, we're going to be talking with Sherron, okay? So that's your rundown on this post-carnival Wednesday morning. Now, let's get down to business here. Folks, when it comes to feeding your face, which Shorty Porgy does a lot, don't believe everything you hear about the products that you consume. As you're about to learn, the food industry has been less than honest with us while dumping their products on us. I want you to watch 5 big food industry lies. Check this out.
You may not know it, but if you're the average person alive on Earth today, you are being lied to, and you're buying into 5 great lies about the food you put in your body. These lies cost you money, they cost you your longevity, they cost you health, and they negatively impact the health of your family. Billions of people buy into these lies and eat and drink things that they think are healthy. But when you understand the truth, you gain the ability to immunize yourself from these lies. Doing this will not only add years to your life, but it will save you and your family thousands of dollars. The first big lie is fruit juice. We are trained to believe that fruit juice is healthy because we associate fruits with health and nutrition. Fruits are healthy, but fruit juice is not. Most modern fruit juices that you buy in a grocery store are filled with sugar and artificial flavoring and only contain a tiny bit of the total vitamins and nutrients that you would get in an actual fruit. Big lie number 2. Companies like Coca-Cola in their worldwide marketing create an artificial connection between their drink and your happiness. Coca-Cola isn't happiness and positivity in a red can. It is obesity and diabetes in a red can. Billions of dollars are spent every year by large soda companies to associate their drinks with happiness, positivity, a sense of adventure, and deeper human connection. All of these are triggers that entice us as human beings, but within every can are slow poisons that wreak havoc on your body. The big lie number 3, sugar. Yes, our bodies do need small levels of sugar every now and then. However, large food companies have realized that sugar's addictive quality means that when they add sugar to their products, we can't stop buying them and eating them. Thus, up to 70% or more of products that you buy in the average American grocery store today contain sugar. And sugar, says modern science, is not just bad for your health, it can be as addictive as cocaine. Companies get you hooked on eating more and more and more. Big lie number 4, the lie of diet soda. In a brilliant move, they took the word diet, a word that we associate with health, and slapped it on cans of soda. It's proven that diet soda in many cases is actually worse for your body than regular soda because it disrupts the trillions of cells in your gut that regulate your biology. Lie number 5 is the exercise myth. Modern studies show that 80 to 90% of your body shape has little to do with exercise. In fact, most of your body shape is based on what you eat. Companies like Nestle market drinks like Milo and put sports stars on the package, suggesting to kids in developing countries that drinking Milo gives them the energy for them to go forth and succeed at sports. What Nestle doesn't share is that Milo is 40% sugar. In fact, to burn off the number of calories in a glass of Milo, a child would have to run 2 kilometers. It is no wonder that in countries with high consumption of Milo, obesity is on the rise. These 5 lies flow together in beautiful symphony and brainwash billions of us to eat things that are bad for us, to spend our money with large companies who get us hooked on substances that destroy our health. And they are hurting not just us, but our children and entire generations to come. The way to get these companies to shift is to expose these lies so that these companies take responsibility and change their products for the better. The last time we created a video like this to expose Nestle's practices in Malaysia, we got banned from every single media outlet in Malaysia because Nestle spends $3 billion a year on advertising. However, our video became the biggest story in Malaysia because Malaysians shared it using WhatsApp. This pushed Nestle to side with the truth. In Australia and New Zealand, Milo lost its 4.5 stars for health and became 1 star. In Singapore, zero sugar Milo was introduced. When we stop falling for the lies, we take away the power that these companies have to destroy our health. So let's stop this blatant lying to billions of people. Share this video and let's wake up humanity to the truth.
All right, there you have it. Folks, don't go being gullible and buying up everything you see being advertised on television. Please, 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 please. You know, as a kid growing up, the 2 very popular drinks were Milo and Ovaltine. Now, our parents nicknamed my brother Milo, and I was Ovaltine. Haven't had that drink in eons, but I did enjoy it, have to be honest with you. Now, within the last couple of weeks, I got to spend a few minutes wandering around Camerhogne Park, and in so doing, I gained a much deeper appreciation for the reason why so many Grenadians are so passionate about the possibility of losing that little property. I was supposed to meet a vendor there to do an interview. We set up an appointment for 2 o'clock one afternoon. I went down up to 2:30. The man had not shown up. Tried to phone him, couldn't reach him by phone. So I decided, look, this is such a beautiful environment. And I've never really, wandered around Camerhogne. I thought, let me pull out my little pocket camera and start capturing some of the environment. It's an environment which brings so much peace, joy, not only to us locals, but to visitors alike. First off, the park sits on Grenadians Beach. Take a look at this, right? Sits right there on Grenadians Beach, which makes it so convenient for those who may wish to cap off a little R&R under the trees with a swim. Yeah? Take a look at that. I mean, it doesn't just give you an appreciation for Grenadians and Camerhogne, but it also gives, look at this, sitting under those trees. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. That's what being in the tropic is all about. It gives you an appreciation for this country. This country is a gift, which I really, really would love to see more and more people appreciate. That little building you're seeing there on the right of your screen is the lifeguard station. And that sort of separates Camerhogne from Grenadians Beach. Look at that. This was a Thursday afternoon about 2:30. And there were a lot of people running around on the beach down there. A lot of people. I was surprised. Not just on the beach, but sitting in Camerhogne. You're going to see in just a minute. We're doing a tilt here. Look at that tree. And by the way, let me tell you, those of you who like sea grapes, start licking your lips, boy. I'll tell you about that in just a wee bit. This is one of the views, like standing close to the beach and looking at Camerhogne. Look at that. Ain't that beautiful? Here's another one. And yeah, you could tell it was a beautiful day. That's a shot again of the lifeguard house, if you will. Let's see. Here is Camerhogne. Look at that guy lying on that bench under the tree. It's so great to be able to do that. Take a look at this tree, and if any of you know the name of this tree, including you, Sherron, if you know the name of this tree, I want you to tell me as I walk towards that tree. It is spectacular, and as you drive all the way into Camerhogne, you'll find that there. Look at that. Look at that. Boy, are we blessed or what? Some kids playing out there. In the background, you see the old SGU, I think it is. Flamboyant tree. I haven't seen as many flamboyant trees this year as we normally do, but it's one of my favorite trees, especially the ones down by the airport as you drive into the airport on the left-hand side there. Or is that Alamanda? I think that might be. That's Alamanda. That's Alamanda, yeah. People are just wondering, hey, here he is. So yes, I just had to share the beauty of this country with you, all right? Now, I'll tell you what, let me say hi to the folks. Yeah, let me get back here for a minute to Facebook. We've said good morning to Hazel, who won the race this morning. She's first to log in this morning. Peter Bishop's out there in Brooklyn. Bernard Gilbert. Fitzroy Adams says, good morning. The holiday is finally over. Yeah, well, look at it. Short work week, man. Only 3 days. Ryan, hello, Ryan. I thought I know how Ryan really likes nature, and I thought he would really enjoy that Camerhogne. A little later on in the program, I'm going to show you some stuff that we shot this morning down on Grenadians Beach. That's going to drive you crazy too, Ryan. Bernard Gilbert's there. Okay, yeah, we said hi to those. Lincoln Roberts. Lincoln says, "Good day, everyone. Looking forward to be home tomorrow. Can't wait. Much love." Yes. His sister is sitting here. Where is she? Take a look. Look at it. Look at his sister giggling her little heart out.
Yes.
Girl, we have a lot to talk about when we get to your segment at the bottom. Peter Bishop is wishing Jackie O happy birthday. Well, happy birthday, Jackie O, from us all here. Jackie O, by the way, is saying good morning from a very wet and overcast Washington, D.C. Okay, Jackie O, sorry to hear. Sherry Wilson is saying, "Good morning, Mr. Grant, and everyone back home in beautiful Grenada." Girl, you know, eh? It is a beautiful island. Yes, you know. Jackie O says, "Whoa, very eye-opening. Time to grow what you eat and eat what you grow." She's referring to that piece about the lies that were being told. Absolutely, Jackie O. You come on down here, bring the axe down. Ryan says, "Blend your own mango, ripe bananas, ginger, and coconut water smoothie with no sugar." Okay. Anthea is saying good morning. Good to see you, Anthea. Has your brother finished celebrating his birthday? Jackie O says, "Peter Bishop, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you for always thinking about and remembering me on my birthday." Ryan says, "Love relaxing at Camerhogne Park beach front when vacationing in my home, Grenada." Yeah. Bernadette Thomas Alexa says, "Good morning, Mr. Grant." No, good morning, George Grant from Toronto, Canada. Ryan says, "Yes, I do love nature." Kipling says, "Blessings to all. Good to see you, Kippy." And Bernadette Thomas says, "I enjoy that view on Grenadians Beach." Well, girl, just wait until you see what we have coming your way in just a wee bit. But before we get to that, we're going to take a little break, and then we're going to bring you the GIS. Very short GIS this morning. Hold on a sec. John Crow Alexander says, "That's an oversized, overgrown palm tree."
I didn't see it clearly.
Huh?
I didn't see it clearly.
Okay, she didn't see it clearly. But you should know, you're always down there. Anyway, let's take a little break, and then we're going to come back and chat with, we're going to have the GIS, and then we're going to chat with Sherron.
You don't know how many hurricanes will be coming this season, so you need to be prepared. At Hubbard's Hardware and Building Supply Departments and the Food Fair supermarkets, everything from canned foods, flashlights and batteries, to plywood, tarpaulin, lanterns, roof repair kits, water tanks, etc. are available. For over 90 years, we've helped you prepare for and recover from storms. Hubbard's Hardware, Food Fair supermarkets, and the Grenadian General Insurance, an integral part of your hurricane preparedness plan.
GRENADA Community Partnership Initiative, supporting health.
To the individuals who will be using these vehicles to serve the people, please ensure while we are using these tools that we use these tools in a manner that we will all be proud of. To GRENADA, a long-standing partner with us, a true testament of what can happen when private and public sector work together for the benefit of the people.
GRENADA, energizing our community.
Studying too hard about back-to-school expenses? Co-op Bank is making back to school as easy as 1, 2, 3. Enjoy competitive interest rates, affordable monthly payments, speedy decisions on applications. Come in and apply today.
All right, just before I hit the GIS, just let me acknowledge a couple more people here. Arthur Langine says, "Good Wednesday morning to you, Brother George. It's nice to have you back." Arthur, boy, let me you know, I had a great time being away from here, but I missed it. I really did. Sherron kept me occupied, though. Sean out there in the Azores says, sorry, boss, I'm late this morning. Better late than never, Sean. Good to see you. Peter Bishop says, George, your mic sounding very good this morning. Your mic is sounding very good this morning. Pedro, we're going to call this one Pedro. They come in pairs, right? I have one, and Sherron has one. Thank you so much for your help in getting those here. Joyce E. Smith is saying, good morning from a rainy London. And Bernadette Thomas Alexis is saying, beautiful Grenada, which I enjoy, my home. Okay, guys, nice to see you guys. It is so good to be back here. But right now, let's get down to business. Here is your GIS.
Parliament approved supplementary appropriation for 2019. Details of this story and more in the National Report. Welcome back. With the news and details for Friday, August 9th, 2019, I am Sherron Noel. The House of Representatives on Friday approved supplementary estimates of revenue and expenditure for the period August 1st to December 31st, 2019. The motion, moved by Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, provides for additional expenditure of $9,967,790. This includes a capital allocation of $775,840. At Friday's sitting, amendments were also made to the standing orders of the House of Representatives, and the Tobacco Control Bill was introduced for the first reading. 4 bills were taken through all stages. A number of reports were also presented, including from the Director of Audit on the financial statements of the Spice Mass Corporation for 2015 and 2016, the financial statements of the Basic Needs Trust Fund, and the annual reports of the Office of the Integrity Commission and the Grenada National Training Agency. More details on Friday's sitting of the House of Representatives will be provided next week. Miss St. Mark Odessa Merriman walked away with the coveted title of Miss Grenada National Carnival Queen 2019, becoming the first representative to do so in decades. Miss Merriman outshined the 6 other contestants to take the crown, copying Best Evening Wear, Best Talent, Best Community Spirit, and Best Costume in the process. She is happy that her hard work has paid off.
I honestly believe my victory here is well deserved and well earned. Like these other girls, I've been putting in sleepless nights, and burning the midnight oil, as we usually say. And because of that, of course, our hard work have paid off. And it's about time, as I stated, St. Mark's go home with the crown. So I didn't just come here and do it for me or for my parish, but I come here on the behalf of youth and my program, Blast.
Merriman is proud of the impact her community program Blast has had on the lives of the youth so far, and pledges to continue to be a motivation for them.
No, that program would continue, win or lose, it would have continued to help young persons maximize on their talent, and then we're going to help you capitalize on it. And with that initiative, it would also help reduce the amount of unemployment here we have in society. So St. Mark's, not St. Mark's anymore, but Miss Grenada 2019 is on the roll to help not just a parish, but the country.
First runner-up is Miss St. David Lindy Fortune.
For me, it has been an awesome journey, regardless of all the challenges that I've faced throughout it. And I must say, I enjoy the friendship that we build, me and the other 6 girls. It was really nice being a part of this journey and getting to know these girls. However, the night has brought a lot of challenges, but I was still able to pull through. And I'm telling you, although I came second, that means nothing. I'm still proud of what I did.
Fortune also captured the prize for the best interview. Miss St. John Jessica Ferreira is the second runner-up and also captured best swimwear. The other contestants was Miss St. Andrew Kashon Alexander, Miss Carriacou Aunt Pitty Martinique Chrisanne Isaac, Miss St. Patrick Rihanna Scott, and Miss St. George Carolyn Curtin. This is the National Report. Tourism and Civil Aviation Minister Honorable Clarice Modest Kerwin is attributing a more energetic collaboration with the Spice Mass Corporation and the Ministry of Culture for an increase in visitor arrivals during the carnival season. Last year, Grenada recorded a 24% increase in visitors from the Caribbean during the carnival season. This year, they expect at least a 6% increase.
Yesterday, we had some additional flights from Caribbean Airlines. Liat has put on some more new flights, and JetBlue has put on some additional flights as well. And so we're seeing those flights coming in full, and we are very happy for that. We are happy with the contribution and the partnership between SpiceMass and the Ministry of Tourism, because they both go hand in hand. We work with them to market SpiceMass, and we've seen the results of that, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, even though the carnival doesn't fall directly under my ministry, but we contribute significantly to the marketing of our Grenadian product. And so I think it's only fitting for me to take this opportunity to commend and congratulate our Queen, the winner for the Carnival Queen competition. But also I was very impressed with the performance of the traditional mass in general in Grenada. That is growing again, because I was a little bit concerned.
Education Minister Honorable Emmeline Pierre is calling on parents to use discretion regarding activities they allow their children to attend for the carnival season. During Friday's meeting of the House of Representatives, Minister Pierre voiced concern that many are not fulfilling their responsibilities as parents and are allowing their children to participate in the activities without any adult supervision. She said, and I quote, "Children learn what they live, and our parents must be the biggest role models for our children," unquote. Minister Pierre also took issue with those who continue to sell intoxicating liquor to young persons.
Persons who are selling alcohol to children and persons underage, I want to again remind them this morning of what the law says, but not just what the law says, our moral responsibility to protect the children of this nation. And so, as I said, persons have the right and the free will to participate. But let us remember, we have, as a nation, a responsibility to protect our children. There are some activities that are not for children, and we must ensure that those activities they are not allowed to partake in. Children and parents must not be partaking in the same activities that children are not allowed or should not be allowed to be part of. Again, Mr. Speaker, children learn what they do, and our parents must be the biggest role models for our children. Let us remember this season that we have a responsibility.
With this, we come to the end of the National Report for Friday, August 9th, 2019. On behalf of the entire news team, I'm Sherron Noel, thanking you for viewing.
Alrighty, folks, it's coming up on 29 minutes after the hour. I'm just going to sneak one more little break in here. You know, make sure that the bills are paid, and then we're going to come on back with Sherron. She's all saddled up and ready to go, boy. Got a mouthful for you this morning.
Juve chocolates, cocoa nibs, and cocoa balls from Diamond Estate Grenada are now available at Amazon.com, Amazon.ca, Amazon.co.uk, and GrenadaMarket.com. Try the sensational touch of nutmeg and a touch of ginger chocolates, 75% dark and rich, 100% pure cocoa, and their 60% dark and sweet chocolate bars today. Amazon Prime members enjoy free shipping on these orders in the USA, Canada, and Europe. GrenadaMarket.com. When you can't come to the island, the products of the island will come to you.
Studying too hard about back-to-school expenses? Co-op Bank is making back to school as easy as 1, 2, 3. Enjoy competitive interest rates, affordable monthly payments, speedy decisions on applications. Come in and apply today.
We are honored to partner with the Grenada Schools, Inc., the Ministry of Education, and the Caliste Government School in providing this library. GCPI program put $120,000 or 66% of the cost of the library. But it's not an investment that is intended to bring a financial return. It is an investment in the human capital of our youth in Grenada.
GrenLec has shown us their seriousness about partnership, their seriousness about education, and their seriousness about nation building. That local partnership tells our major donors that Grenada is interested.
We have got a big vision at Grenada Schools. We believe that what we can do is, through literacy, have the most literate country in the Caribbean. We are very happy that you got this gift from ourselves and from GrenLec.
We see this library as a unique and valuable resource. One of the best things about receiving this library is that it honors and recognizes the efforts and contributions of a company like GrenLec and Grenada Schools Incorporated.
Since 1994, GrenLec shareholders have invested over $22 million. This has been invested in the communities throughout Grenada, Camerhogne, and Petit Martinique. We hope this library will serve the students and school well for many years to come.
Alrighty, folks, there she is. There she is. Good morning, Sherron.
Morning, George.
You good?
Real good.
Folks, those of you who were with us last week, you know that I got backed into a corner, literally backed into a corner. Yeah, you go ahead and snicker. Sherron, you know, I'm somebody who hardly ever goes to the beach. I went to the beach earlier this year, for the first time in about 8 years. Grenadians, okay? And Sherron decided that's not good enough at all. So she's been trying to get me to go to the beach because she goes to Grenadians every morning. And you know what? I finally decided to take the plunge, and I agreed. Make a note of this. On, was it Saturday morning? No.
Saturday.
Saturday? We didn't go on Sunday.
No. Monday.
Monday, Tuesday, and again this morning, George Grant was on the beach. Yama, on the beach. 4 now, consecutive visits. And we have a lot to talk about what we saw over the past few days, but I want to start by showing, I promised that I'd show some of the beauty of this island. This footage you're looking at, my dear friends, was shot this morning. This was about quarter to six, walking the beach this morning. Take a look at that. Folks, look at the solitude. Look at the peace, right? That sun coming up. You know, I have been missing this all of my life. And I can't help but ask myself, well, George, you turkey, why have you been letting all of this slip under your nose?
That's the best way to begin your day.
Absolutely. And I have a tendency of getting sleepy sometimes during the course of the day. Since I've been doing this, I haven't been getting sleepy during the course of the day.
George, one of the reasons I do this, even when it's raining and you just want to snuggle along in your bed and not get up, I get up and I do it. Because one, it gives me a lot of energy to take on the rest of the day. You see, there's a beach crew, a set of people that you meet every day.
Mm-hmm.
And that is positive thinking people, and you begin your day with a smile.
Mm-hmm.
And it get to the stage now when somebody's missing, you're like,
yeah.
you know, where are you? And like you're missing a family member.
Yeah.
So there's a beach family.
Yeah. I heard you this morning asking certain lady, where have you been? I haven't seen you. You've been here for a couple of days. I haven't seen you. Yeah.
So it's a nice way to begin your day. It energizes you. The fresh air that you get, the oxygen, the quality of oxygen that you breathe, it just make you feel so much better.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. And when we get there, we walk. Like we
Yes.
usually hang out near to, well, Camerhogne Park, okay?
Yes.
And then you walk to the far end, and then walk back, then have a swim,
Yes.
and go home. Okay. Now, the one I'm really looking for, you said we're going to go this Saturday?
We go every day. I go every day except Sunday.
Okay, well, this Saturday, we're going to have brekkie.
Yes, we have breakfast. We normally, when Carla and myself go, we either take get breakfast first, so we avoid the crowd. But a lot of times breakfast is coming out at 7 o'clock, 7:30. So we go to the beach first, pick up breakfast, we'll have it there sometimes, and just catch up and mind our own business.
And the water has been so absolutely flat and nice and warm.
Beautiful.
One of the things I don't like about going to the beach is that when you first go in, it's kind of cold.
Yes.
It's nice and warm, man.
Yes.
Okay. Troy McEustace says he's watching from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Lovely sights and sounds from Grenada. Well, thank you very much, Troy. Nice to see you.
What part of St. Vincent?
What part of St. Vincent are you, Troy? Sharon's asking. And SD NoTap says, so all you need now is a dog to share it with. A dog won't let you get away staying home. You know, SD, I saw a number of dogs on the beach every time we went down there. And yes, SD, I would love to have another dog, but I just don't. Psychologically, I'm just not prepared to, because, you know, I've had to put 2 dogs to sleep, including Brandy, which I think the whole world knows about. Brandy was one of my co-hosts on the Sunday program. And I just don't know if I can handle that again. But boy, I would love to have a dog. Ryan Jabon says, salt water and beach air and sound of the waves is therapeutic for you, Gigi. Absolutely, Ryan. And Sharon says, yeah, man, you're absolutely right about that. And by the way, good morning, Charmaine DeLeo. Sharon, now, we have just shown some of the beauty of Grandance, okay? Sharon, there's also a downside.
That's right.
And folks, Sharon showed her love for this country actually yesterday morning, I think it was. Was it yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah, yesterday morning. I'm going to show you some footage right now of what we were doing to keep this place beautiful. Here's some more of Grandance. Okay, we start there, panning, and yeah, you're going to see the full length of the beach in just a minute. There's Sharon and her friend.
Ansha.
Anja?
Ansha.
Ansha. Okay.
Ansha Centenary.
They're taking a little walk. Now, here's a quick shot. Look at this, folks. Look at this. This was yesterday morning. Apparently, maybe on Monday night, people were on the beach.
Actually, it was Monday morning after Juve.
Okay, after
that
Juve.
People did this.
People were on the beach. And by the way, Juve morning, it was absolutely quiet. If there were 20 of us on the beach, that was a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. And they left, look, they left shoes, they left pants, they left belts, they left shirts, clothing, all kinds of stuff. Just left the stuff. So Sharon decided, hey, this ain't good enough. I'm gonna clean up. Why does this have to be? Why does this have to be? It is so pathetic. And you know, we have all these signs and stuff saying, do not litter, do not litter. Look, look, look. Huh? You know, I've heard all the talk over the years about people after Juve, they go down there to clean up. Well, we weren't in that end of the beach. That's usually around the Silver Sands, right?
Well, that area there, normally jabs would go to Panday Beach to clean up because that's
Closer.
the beach nearest to as you get out of town, right in Belmont Bay. But what I noticed on Monday, boats come in from the Carnage and drop people off at the beach. And most of them were students, you know, from SGU, come off at the beach and then clean up. And it was just ridiculous because on the palm tree, on the almond tree and the grape trees, they had all these clothes hanging there, like, you know, you strip and go into the water. And I wonder too, because there were some cases of full swimsuits, trousers with belts in it. Did they walk with clothes to change? Make you wonder what happened after this. It is too.
And it's just totally uncalled for. It's totally uncalled for. You know, but they think we're the weird ones because, you know.
And then you can't allow this to just stay there because that was low tide. And as the tide come up, it would bring these things out. And then the fish, the turtle, all these things get tied up in.
You know, something that was really amusing on the Monday morning, there you go. On the Monday morning, while we were in the water, there was a boat that came in and came ashore just in the Silver Sands area. And as the boat was coming in, we were looking at them, and they were all dark people. So we thought, you know, they're locals.
Yes.
So we thought they were locals. Well, they jumped in, and then suddenly they turned white.
Yeah, because I remember saying, "Look at Jab," and my friend Carla, she said, "Sherron, that's not Jab, that's our own people, black people."
Yeah.
And 2 minutes later, I tell her to have another look, because when the oil and they were using something else this time around, there's somebody who's grinding the coal, mixing it with vegetable oil, so that it's not as dangerous as the burnt oil.
You think?
That's what they say. So maybe they could use pigment if they want to.
I'll tell you why I find this thing so repulsive. While we were in the water, I mean, as I mentioned, there were very few people on the beach on Juve morning, on Monday morning. And some people, I think they were students.
Oh, yes.
They were students. They came, you had the whole beach empty. They were playing jab, they had their oil and all that. And guess where they chose to come and wash off?
Right where we were.
Right where we were.
I mean, they could have gone 10
the beach
feet
is
up
2
or 10
miles
feet
long.
down, and because you have to pay attention to where you are. You can't be just so totally one track. I'm getting to the sea, so you go near to people who enjoy the water. So I had to come out because there's no way.
We came out.
Yes. So somebody said, "Oh, the sea would cleanse itself." The sea would cleanse itself eventually, but there you are, coming right next to me with all this oil and stuff that you're washing off and soaping off.
Yeah, you could smell it.
Yeah, you could smell the oil.
It's repulsive. Let me get back here to social media for a sec. Jackie O says, "Beautiful Grenada. I wish I was on the beach right now. Instead, I'm in the hospital saving lives in an office with no windows." God bless you, Jackie O. You're making a great contribution to this world of ours. Your time will come. And tomorrow morning when we go to the beach, we'll remember you. Okay, promise. Ryan Jaban says, "Inconsiderate carnival reveler folks polluting Grenadians Beach in Grenada. It's revolting."
Right.
Yeah. Troy, oh, by the way, Troy answered your question a little while ago. He says he's living in East St. George in a village called Glen.
Okay.
You know Glenn in St. Louis?
I know St. Vincent pretty good.
He says it's not far from, I think, Caliaqua, Calliqua.
Camerhogne. Yeah, there was a time when St. Vincent was like my playground. I actually worked for a short while at Radio St. Vincent in the days of E.B. John. And I still have a lot of friends in St. Vincent. My, what's his name?
His name is Troy M. Eustace.
Troy, my grandmother is Olivier from Beckwith. So yesterday was very interesting. We went out on a sloop, and I kept looking at the captain, and I said, he looks so familiar. And when I asked him his name, he was an Olivier from Beckwith.
Okay.
So, and this morning on the beach, one of the people I hadn't seen for a while, she was an Olivier from Beckwith. So we are a very big family. So when somebody said they're from St. Vincent, I suddenly think, more than likely that's blood.
All right. Here's a note from, oh, by the way, Troy says, littering is generally a problem in the Caribbean. It is a shame to see people spoil the natural beauty of the environment.
Exactly.
I think we need people to change their attitude towards our environment. Troy, we couldn't agree with you more, boy, but how do you do that?
You have to start when they're only tiny. You know, my 7-year-old grandson, you cannot throw something through the window of the car. You cannot. He will not allow you to. Somebody was sitting in my car the other day, and he's in the back and we're talking, and she had a tamarind ball and threw the seed. And he said, Nana, stop the car and let her pick it up.
Good.
He said, you're not supposed to do that. My daddy said, don't you ever.
Yeah.
So if you start from the time they're little, they'll get it.
Fitzroy says, Sherron, charity begins at home.
There you go.
Troy says, whoa, it's a small world. I have quite a number of family members living in Beckwith. We are all one big family.
Yeah, the Hazels and the Olivers and the Mitchells. That's my people.
Now here's a very interesting comment, and I'm going to put this up on the screen here. It's from Susan Robinson. She says, Grandance at dusk and dawn is the most beautiful place. I once captured the sun rising and the moon going down in a panoramic shot. I see a group of people at that park location. There used to be a couple who swam way out. Each time I go home, I look forward to my visit home. Yeah. Yeah, Sherron. Susan, we appreciate it, boy. We really do appreciate it.
And tonight is a full moon, so tomorrow is
tonight's full moon?
Beautiful.
Yeah?
So tomorrow morning, I know that I want to go a little earlier, if you can make it a little earlier.
Sherron, my alarm goes off at 5 o'clock. How early do I have to put it there?
You know, before Carla is on vacation now, but before we go for 4:30. We're going now because it's late and you don't have to rush back.
Let me tell you, you've already made an addict out of me. Now, don't push your luck. Don't push your luck, okay?
4:30. You see, for example, you know the group of women from the Limes that we made? This morning we saw Miss Yvonne, morning Miss Yvonne. And normally they meet us there. And now by the time we do our walk and we get into the water, they're just coming. So we're late. 5 o'clock is late.
Well, I don't know. And I'm glad that this morning we got back here at 5 to 7.
Yes.
Ooh.
Normally we're back up in St. Paul's by 6:45. Carla leaves her home. I drop her in Pedmata and she leaves home at 7.
Okay.
So it means that because she's on vacation, we're leaving a little later.
I was a little bit worried that, I wouldn't get back in time because I start this program at 9 o'clock. But, man, listen, if I get back here at 7 o'clock, I have 2 full hours.
Exactly.
Yeah. Sherron, what reports have you heard about Carnival?
Well, this is the first year. I am normally they refer to me as a carnival zombie because I'm in every show except Sokomona, and I take in the Marsh Girl Juve. I play Juve. I play Pretty Mass. But this year I haven't attended any of the shows. I had planned to go to the Marsh Girl, but I didn't do that either. So I haven't heard much of it. What I saw on television was it. I heard that some of the judges, based on social media, some of the judging they thought was pretty fair. It was okay, people are happy with the results. And last night I was going through Facebook and I saw Cheney Joseph ask, any comments regarding how to make Carnival better? And I commented that if they really want to get money, and this has been one of my pet peeves, we have to stop this thing of complimentary tickets. And the people they give the complimentary tickets to are people who can afford to pay. I remember some years ago a sudden minister asking for 15 free tickets because she had a set of family coming in from Canada and wherever, and she wanted tickets for them to go to the shows. Now, if one person gets 15 tickets, and all these ministers and people in government want tickets free, come on, you can afford to pay. Buy the tickets, and that's where you're going to see it's like eating your profit. Another one of the sponsors. If I ask you to sponsor something, and you sponsor me, you give me $200, it's $20 to go into the show. You give me $200, but for that you want 10 tickets. You're not sponsoring anything. You know. So that is my problem with this. Other than that, I mean, Monday night mass starting off 1 o'clock, ridiculous. I mean, 1 o'clock in the night, you know, for those of you who hear and you think it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Monday night mass, getting to Lagoon Road at 1 o'clock. You know, the amount of people I spoke to who said that by 10:30 they left because they thought maybe it was canceled.
Monday night mass, the first band arrived on the Camerhogne by the police station there, 1:30 in the morning.
Exactly.
And I think it was wrapping up at about 3 o'clock or so. Can you believe that?
That's ridiculous.
I mean, people are tired by then. Huh?
Well, I wouldn't say people are tired because maybe the onlookers are tired. But to tell you the truth, when you're in the band, you're not tired. You're just raring to go and spend up that energy. And the more you wait, the more you drink, the more music you hear, the more pumped you are. But the people waiting to see the bands, they get fed up.
And you know something? Last night, I was curious as to how late they would go last night, Sherron. Midnight last night, you could have dropped a pin on that balcony and you would hear it.
Yeah.
Dead silent, everything wrapped up just before midnight.
Well, one of the things that surprised me yesterday, the last 2 years I have not played Mass. And in order for me to see everything, we got a sloop built in Camerhogne. And we drive up, we start from Grenadians, we come up the coast and we go into Lagoon Road and then we come onto the Camerhogne. And I was surprised how early they started to move. At 2 o'clock, Lagoon Road was filled with bands and they were moving. So they had enough, instead of starting moving out at 4 o'clock, they moved out at 1 o'clock.
The Camerhogne was really busy yesterday afternoon. Really, really busy, man. And they were kicking butt until
12 o'clock.
Midnight.
And just
then
switch off.
Stop, If the RGPF had anything to do with that, I salute them. I salute them. I salute them. Let's get back here. Jackie O says, maybe the costumes cost too much. Ryan says, Hermitage short knee band mask got first place.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
They were really good. They were huge. Lots of short knee.
Yeah.
Man, in front of Foodland, powder for soap. If you see, you couldn't even make out people until the powder subsided.
It was like
And
Sahara
you see-
dust.
Sahara dust, you're right. Woo, that was short knee.
Ian Roberts says SMC should be replaced. Waggy T can do a better job.
Wagati and oh my gosh, Ricardo.
Ricky?
For a moment there, Ricardo went out my head.
Heard a lot of nice things about the Mashkar Ham, which he
Man,
choreographed.
they said that was the best Damascus for a long, long time.
Yeah.
And the results, I am so glad that Sour Serpent won, because it's about time. Many times, because I go to all the shows, and he's always almost there. So I'm glad he won. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Sour Serpent.
Yeah, good to see Beast back.
Yes.
Yes, and you know something, when you listen to the calypsos,
Were the commentaries as stinging as they normally are?
they were stinging, and it was the only real calypso as we know it. Calypso is social commentary. Beast was, if I had to give a prize for commentary, Beast ran away with it all the time. It was so good. I'm sorry that I didn't see better performance by Scholar's son. I was looking forward to that.
Somebody told me he took that loss harder than his son did.
Oh, Scholar?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you train somebody up, he might have been touched if his son beat him. I think he would have liked that as a father.
Do you know somebody named Rona Sardine?
That's my cousin.
That's your cousin?
Yeah, she's in St. Vincent.
Rona, were you one of the little fish we saw swimming between our legs this morning? Rona Sardine. Hello, Rona.
Yeah.
Nice to see you. Hey, a couple of people in St. Vincent there this morning.
She was a Roberts.
Okay, nice to see
Sardine.
you. Welcome, Rona. I hope you spread the word and come visit us again. She's saying good morning, Sherron.
Morning.
Peter Bishop. Peter. You couldn't wait, could you? Peter says, poor George, the beach is good for you. Going early will not hurt you, George.
That's right. Peter, normally when Peter is in Grenada, I know, because that's the first place I see him, on the beach.
He says here, I miss Grandad's beach. I miss my beach family. And you know,
Yes.
it really is like a beach family down there in the morning.
Yeah, and now you would have people bringing bucket of mangoes or whatever fruit is
Okay.
in, and you didn't smell the mango this morning?
No.
Yes.
But I'll tell you what I didn't notice, folks. Grapes. I love sea grapes.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, we were from Cuyaba all the way out to the west, right? Down to Spice and so on. Trees are laden with grapes, but they're all green, okay? Sharon was telling me that on the other side, like from Cuyaba down to Silver Sands,
Especially behind the Catholic Church, that area.
right?
By the new jetty, and laden with ripe grapes.
Sharon, tomorrow, instead of us going could we go so?
Yes, no problem.
I mean, I love my grapes. I love my grapes.
Walk with a plastic bag to get your grapes.
Okay, walk with my plastic bag. I eat these things as there won't be any left by the time I get home. Let me see. Troy says, this is the gentleman in St. Vincent, he says, I need to experience Spice Mass, the original Jab Jab Mass. Benedict Cador says, I thought Sour Serpent was repeating the same lines in most of his verses.
Maybe, but he still was good.
Ryan is asking, Sharon, what's the significance of short knee powder?
Well, I'm not sure. I've played short knee once, and it was with a group of people from Barbados and a lot of us Grenadians, and that was in Grenville. we didn't use powder. But I think the powder has, I can't imagine. I'll check it out and
We'll
tell
have to
him.
find, I should ask.
But that's very interesting.
I should ask Gloria Payne Manfield. She knows all that stuff.
Right.
Sherron, we got to go, girl. We got to go. But I just have to bring this up. Oh, by the way, I see that Dennis Charles and Anthony DeRiggs have now joined us.
Anthony, I am always interested in what you have to say. Anthony more than likely knows what the powder is about.
Okay, Che, Anthony, why do the short knees use powder? Tell us quickly, because we're going to have to scoot. I just want to bring one thing up here. Heard the sad news about an accident involving the Minister of Health on, when was it? Last night?
Last night.
Last night.
Yep.
And let me, I have a photo here that's been making its rounds on Facebook. Take a look at this. Minister Steele, this is, if you're driving along the Belmont Road, when you get to the area, I think it's called Gleans
Road.
Gleans Road. That's, it's a short road that takes you right down to the Karani James Boulevard. And right at the top of that road, this is what was found. That's Minister Steele's SUV lying on its back. Now, I understand that he was not seriously injured. Thank you, Lord. Okay? But I'll tell you, this has sparked off a bit of a debate, because the man was not seriously injured, but apparently instead of going to the General Hospital, they took him to St. Augustine. Sam's.
That's the talk. We don't know for sure, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But Grenadians, they put 2 and 2 together and they get 7, and then they put 7 and 7 together and they get 21, and people are asking all sorts of questions as to whether or not this is reflective of his confidence in the services provided by the General Hospital. I saw a comment just this morning suggesting that, they should have, at least at the hospital, taken a picture of him at the hospital and used it as PR to say, well, look, the minister is here and he's confident that they can take care of him. Anyway, I'm sure we're going to be hearing a lot.
But George, my take on this, if he went to Sam's, that's if he went to Sam's and not to the General Hospital. Now, if I badmouth you and I have all kind of negative things to say about you and I treat you badly and something happened to me, you think I come in and ask you for a glass of water? I'll go to somebody else where I'll pay for my glass of water. So with that attitude that they have towards the staff, the doctors and nurses and all these terrible things they said about the staff at the hospital, you have good reason not to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
At least that's my take on it.
Well,
that's if he did not go to the General Hospital, and if that is indeed Minister Steele's vehicle.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, this morning we actually, on the way from the beach, we did stop by, and here's what the building looks like. Okay? That's Carla opening the door there.
Thanks for putting the door right in the
gives
frame.
us a little depth of field. But that's the building, and right in front of that house is where that vehicle was. Okay? So
I get
there
what I
you
want a
have
long
it.
time.
Okay, so many. Ryan here says, "Thank God, Minister Steele is okay." Yes, thank God, Minister Steele is okay. Folks, time now to pull the curtain down. Yeah, look at the number of people here. We could keep on going for a couple hours, but no, we're not going to do that. Let me.
I just wanted to tell you. You remember I tell you how mischievous and what a comic Lincoln is, my brother Linky.
Linky?
Well, guess what? The person who showed up there just now, Rona Sardine, she's a female version of Linky.
Oh, really?
And when you're in their company, you can't stop laughing.
Linky Boy, I've never met this guy, but I'm really looking forward to meeting you. He comes in
Yes.
tomorrow?
Comes in tomorrow.
You're going to bring him to see me?
I'll do that. I'll do that.
Fitzroy Adams says, Sherron, I think this NNP government body should be really hurting now. Calypso for so.
Well, how the saying go? No go there.
Don't go, no, some people are saying, don't go there.
He didn't say don't go there.
I say, do go day.
Do go there.
Do go day. That's the way we speak.
Yeah.
Right? All right.
Do go there.
All right. Okay, pilgrims, thank you very much for joining us on this Wednesday morning. I hope you guys had a great holiday. I refer to it as a holiday season. Right? Let me take a little break, come back and wrap it up.
GRENADA Community Partnership Initiative.
This is not the first time that GRENLEC, through the GCPI, has responded positively to TAMCC, and we are always appreciative for the support. TAMCC, like the GCPI, is geared to service the community. As a college, we cannot accomplish our mission of fostering Grenada's development through education without meaningful partnerships from other community members. GRENLEC has been a leader in this regard.
GRENADA, energizing our community.
Juve chocolates, cocoa nibs, and cocoa balls from Diamond Estate Grenada are now available at Amazon.com, Amazon.ca, Amazon.co.uk, and GrenadaMarket.com. Try their sensational touch of nutmeg and a touch of ginger chocolates, 75% dark and rich, 100% pure cocoa, and their 60% dark and sweet chocolate bars today. Amazon Prime members enjoy free shipping on these orders in the USA, Canada, and Europe. GrenadaMarket.com. When you can't come to the island, the products of the island will come to you.
All right, folks, just before we go, a couple of comments here. First of all, Ryan says, George and Sherron, thank you for a splendid morning. Well, thank you very much, Ryan. I thought you'd enjoy the sceneries this morning. And Troy Eustace says, this is my first time tuning in. Great program. It is an opportunity to connect with my Caribbean brothers and sisters and to know what is happening in the other islands. Troy, I'll tell you what, we have a good friend out there in St. Vincent, young man by the name of Jerry George. And every Thursday night, including tomorrow night, I would assume, tomorrow's Thursday?
Tomorrow's Thursday.
Mek We Chat. We do a program right here called Mek We Chat. Runs from 8 until 10 o'clock. And we have people from various islands in the Caribbean. We got people from the United States and Canada and Europe join us. And it would be nice if you could join us. It's called Mek We Chat. M-E-K, Mek We, W-E, Chat. Okay? Thursday nights. Pilgrims, as we hightail it out of here on this Wednesday morning, parting word from the Holy Scriptures. Second book of Thessalonians, chapter 2, verses 9 to 12. The coming of the lawless one will be in accordance with how Satan works. He will use all sorts of displays of power through signs and wonders that serve the lie, and all the ways that wickedness deceives those who are perishing. They perish because they refused to love the truth and so be saved. For this reason, God sends them a powerful delusion so that they will believe the lie, and so that all will be condemned who have not believed the truth, but have delighted in wickedness. Second book of Thessalonians, chapter 2, 9 to 12. On that sobering note, my dear friends, I'm going to scoot. Did I have breakfast this? Yeah, I think I had breakfast this morning. I think I did. Susan Robinson says, you all really have me missing that. Well, Susan, Grenada's right here. Come on down anytime you're ready, girl. Would be nice to see you. Folks, you have a great day and a great remainder of this week. And until we meet tomorrow, may the good Lord bless and keep you. So long, everybody. So long.